Okei, hitamiksi kanaatuni, aksiksi kanaatuni, hitame puukakeup. Ammutapan awaanistu tukskamiksi estiitsimjaamussi mahanessiipuissa matkuikiuatsiksi. Takutsinaksipui anhnitakaapsopinuksis kanaatuni. I'll do a quick review of the agenda that we have for you this morning. But in the meantime, as we're getting ready to get started, I will open with prayer as usual. Then we will have the drum group do the honor song, the flag song. And there's been a special request by Annie Davis to have a song dedicated to our chief, Makinima. So they'll be singing that. And then we will do the coining new phrases. When we begin that, I'm going to ask the elders that sit on Aitsi'poyiiksi Committee to come and sit on this first table, because you will be translating the words that are requested by the audience. Harriet, heavy runner, and I will facilitate that session. So that'll be our first workshop this morning. Then we will take a break, and our final session for this symposium is on Blackfoot humor. We will end with that. So if we could begin, I will ask Leroy and Harriet to come up to the front to conduct the opening prayer.
Okay. Akseks kanaatoni. Estuana koka puhkiayu na aksa na hutsip. Tsenchikasi. Okmoni pitaan kääko hatseks matsim.
Okay. Nistuana koka seikimeen ikääki. Kääkohka puatsimo ikopa. Apaya kopi kamsken nohka tupeista matsuuts pinnani. Atsimo ikani opop. Ite. Katsimo ikoki.
Okay. Ni tohon sitsi kiistun nunune. Ni tsitapio pa awatsimu isko. Muksassa näkö, että matsitsis keitsitao taakumutsi awatsimu iska. Ni tohon stopi puutuutsipa. Ni tsitapiopi. Itse päätapiopa ne. Ni teistä matsoki. Oki taakuhkatsimu isko. Hayo naapi naatuussaak matsinsi katsomataakin kiskanaatun. Kedästä mikä kohtaisesti tuukuaakini kaakki atsemuiskaani kaakki handikaakki uhtaaksukaapis piini päätäpiisin. Hayo naapis pummuukin naananut se tohka nohpinnaaniaakki haaka etäpiomhki tapiiksi keniksi puukiaani kuksemmiksi jaasi tapiiksi. Nohkaista matsuukin naanani nuhtaaksuksi päätäpiis pinnaani kaakki handikaakki nuhtaaksikin mutsiis pinnaani spummuutsiis pinnaani. Hayo naapiaamus eikä näikässä kun siinä pitäämään. Kinohkaan katsomat pinnaan. Aksohkuamatuussimaani pitäämään. Houkmat peippujupan. Niin mä tässä puuttua kitsenäämin nuuniksi. Mä kiinnimaan. Houk mohkutuuksiksi. Houkin mä takaa patskuukookaksi. Mä eksaaksekä kun mä täppiuukin. Houkin sitä kaakki uhkita pyökää kun mä peippuju. Ja kaikki pummista. Houkin kanssa tapiuakin. Ahkotusta piitsemme aakenikin päätä piisnu. Näni kaakki atse muiskaan. Houkin nuun naapiui saksista juakin ohi tohka naapik. Espumista taa kimma piitaa naapi. Kemmukinnaan. Aatsiksi kimma taapsa tuupinnaan. Hänestä päätä piisinnään. Ainoki toutaa puitsiskoa anna kaakki. Äpkuimma kaakki spummuus. Kenstä kaakesta istumiva kaakmat peippujuupaakin. Ikuusissa niiksi ei kaikkuima. Oukniksi matsitsi äkätäskitääksi. Aino hatsitsi naapas pinnaani pitää. Eikä kohkoa se muiskah pinnaan. Ootsi kohkaa ei kaakimah pinnaanaakin. Nohkas pumpistah pinnaanaakin se muiskah. Hayo na piaksa kakasuka pizza puawka. O kahansta pasa kakapiwaki hannistika kästä tsiaku kats. Akhatukana pianik saaki akkung sa tuumisaakin siskinitsma. Mootuu kiiksaaki akhansta kanito taatsis pinaan. Ei taama pio kakkonasukisikum stuuts pinaanaaki. Annakaaki akkonoutu taatsimu iskoanekaak mattu piipuju. Hayo na piikimmuki taakimukinaan. O kaksuka piakan oksitsiko ihka. Naksukkan ohpinaan. Nakki taamu anitkum pinaan. O kenik me sami päätä piissini. Kaamutaani kimma piipitsini.
Okay, I would like to ask our drum group to begin your honor song, flag song, and the special request. Newton. Okay. Nidap statsenski muuksianskiks. Niitrtakki pookak nokseskanaat. Pinanikik sanstapanissina mohkita. Madatuks papin ispan. So our first session, nohka kiskanatuni, I would like the elders from the Aitsi'poyiiksi Committee, because you will be translating some of these words, if you can come up and take a seat here. So Agnes, Pauline, Diana, who are the other? Oliver, Martin. So how this works is we take the requests from the audience on English words that they would like translated into Blackfoot. Okay, it kind of ends up as a contest. Ikitama pionu. I've already started a list. Some of the everyday words that we use in providing services and trying to do our work. I would like some definition of trauma. Aitsi'poyiiksi Esu kanjop muuksis puukeks kamuhtsinach kiamust kamuhtsi itapiwa satumisa amos nidanska tobis trauma istawa apwatsi popetapi suai. Stress, that's another word that we use every day. Brain, we heard yesterday a session called Brain Story. Brain. Rope. I deliberately put rope beside brain. To me, they've always sounded similar. So we need to know the differences. And then somebody said nurture, nature, when they were talking about, I believe it was Melina when she was talking about the brain story. I also put a Blackfoot word. I think I heard correctly. Aitsi'poyiiksi Committee nimatsukuutstapiitsipatsiks. Ahkamannistuhtaku upimikapi. Is there such a Blackfoot word? Okay, maybe I was mistaken. Okay, so Martin, where is Oliver? We're going to wait. We're not going to let anybody off the hook. So, okay, maybe we'll just jump into it. We do have a bit of an agenda for this morning. So if I could ask the elders or anybody else for that matter in the audience who might be able to help us out, I will ask them, how do we translate trauma into Blackfoot? So JC and Leo, if you can help us out also, but be prepared to spell them for us. Not Martin and Gagan is chicken stone. So I think that's kind of a bit of a complicated word to throw at them. I wonder, could I ask the BTSD employees to grab a mic and make sure that when there's a hand raised, if you could go there? Rita, Ritzy, can you help out? There's a hand raised up here. Vivian, could you guys mobilize? And okay, so in the meantime, the group came up with a Blackfoot word for trauma.
Testing.
Umskitsau. Umskitsau. Big scare. Umskitsau would be the literal translation, but we could insert it as the word for trauma. So Leo and JC, how do we spell it? Amanda and Scooter, could you guys add these? Yeah, just add it beside the, yeah. Kennikse tästä mahkatai. Awani na Martin uta yohtsis ni moch trauma. Sumika kamut amutsino Kapik. Amutsino kapik. Nakamanis anst. Giksokanis me.
Okay, did you get my word?
Aitsi'poyiiksi. Aitsi'poyiiksi. So just add that also. And Martin elaborated on that. Sakidawanish Martin. Aitsi'poyiiksi soap. We got another one there.
Our table came up with the word ikiutua.
Ikiutua. Ikiutua. Very good. Okay, on this side.
Aitsi'poyiiksi.
Aitsi'poyiiksi. Another word. We'll take all of these words. So, Lenora.
Istunnatkoyim.
Istunnatkoyim.
Right.
That's another one. Ritzi.
Misamim, kika. Misamum kikiutua.
Misamum ikiutua.
Because it's
Long time trauma or I think we've done that one already. Yeah. Anybody else have anything to on that table of? Oh, there's two more. Suggest Rita. Aitsi'poyiiksi. That's a good one. Ritzi.
Iamistutua.
Say it again.
Iamistutua.
Iamistutua. Iamistutua. Okay, I think that gives us a pretty good base. I think we know what we're talking about. If we use a combination, we single out one of these words, that'll be good. Okay, let's move on to, let's do brain. What is the word for brain? I know the older people know it, but for the non-speakers and the younger ones, we need to bring these up. Brain. Mupi. Mupi. Upi. No M. I'm trying to sound like a cow. Mupi. Upi.
Upi.
Upi. Oak rope. Sanito ansto.
Pis.
Upi.
Pis.
Okay. If you just give us a minute, we'll ask our spellers to spell both of them. Upi.
P is brain. O, glottal stop, P-I.
And rope. Bis.
Bis is rope. A, glottal stop, P-I-S-S.
Good. Thank you. I'm going to ask one. Monica, one of our staff members, requested a translation for lasagna. So, Aitsi'poyiiksi lasagna tagan stop.
Go in the middle. It's a Mexican food.
Yeah, French.
Okay. So I think they're saying pasta. There's a mic there, maybe a couple mics you got.
Lasagna is pasta, and the word for like gisto no na noxknip essinip. Matan kasinonic seni denikatumia spaghetti essinip. Well, the lasagna, the pasta is large, long, and it's wide. Umpakasinip.
You got that? Umkhkasinni. Harriet provided a good basis for that translation. Monica, remember that?
I could go with
Okay, so stress. Going back to our starter list, stress. Panel?
Istiskinyo. So
Istiskinyo. Stress.
istiskinsin.
Istiskinsin. Istiskinsin. Stress. You got the spelling, Amanda? Oh, Leo, JC, could you provide a spelling for that?
Stiskinson. Stiskinson.
Is it working now? Okay, Stiskinson is Istisskinskin.
You got that, Amanda? Oh, good, good.
Arnold.
Hank?
Tajuhtsip tsikutepix.
Tsikutepik.
Pixin.
Pikshin.
Nitepix.
Okay, good.
Arnold.
Chipiksanapi. Okay, if we can try and spell that so we get that.
Piksin is Pikksin. Stress.
Rita?
Siskinatanapi.
Another word is tiskinatanapi.
I guess it's how you use it in a sentence.
Yeah, the context. Good point. Okay, can we get the spelling for that last one? It's tiskinatanapi.
Good, Jace.
Okay, the spelling for this last word for stress: ISTTSISSKINATANA glottal stop PI.
The elders group came up with another one, Iksipikshanapi. Anna. Iksipikshanapi. Spelling for that. So be thinking of other words you would like to be translated. Okay, Lenora, you're on deck. We'll just get them to spell that one then. Could we get the mic working? Maybe just if we could have it constantly on that table, we need them to spell.
Hello?
Yeah.
Iksipiksanapio. IKSIPIKKSANA glottal stop PIW.
Okay. Good. All right, so let's take a few words from the audience. Those were my selfish list, so I needed some translation. Oh, sorry, Lenora, I knew you were on deck. They need, if they could, I don't control those, they control them.
Testing. Yeah, we got it. Okay, there's two words we came up with. First, computer, How could we
Can you add those to the list?
put that in the Blackfoot? Second word, microwave.
Okay.
Because we like to use our microwaves. Matataski tahpinan. Jokes. Ah. So, this computer, I think of it as it's kind of like a brain. What it kind of does what our brain can do, but only a little faster. So you put information into the computer, you'll be typing that information, and it'll come out. Or it's gonna add stuff. You'll put all the numbers in, and it'll add all the stuff, and it'll come out.
Okay.
So how can we translate computer into Blackfoot?
Aitsi'poyiiksi computer.
Tekkam sinäkin.
Stekkam sinäkin.
I just thought of it as brain, like brain power. So I was thinking opi, or quick thinking, or something like that. But you guys are saying what?
Stekkam sinäkin.
Tekkam sinak. Kichima. Microwave.
Microwave. Na Martinawani stekkamikstusakio.
Microwave.
Microwave. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, there's somebody.
Could I ask the staff to keep track of who's got their hands raised? Because I can't. Okay, we need some spelling for those. Stekkam sinakyo is one of them. Yeah, I'll finish.
Istekam sinakyo. IHTAI, glottal stop, KAMSINA, glottal stop, KIOP.
And what was the other one? Stekkamikstusakyo. Anna. Microwave.
Istekamikstusakyo is the word for microwave. IHTA KKAM, AMIK SIS TAHSAKIO glottal stop P.
I got 2 mics. Now?
Is it on?
Done with that.
Hello.
It's on.
Okay. Was there who's next?
Me.
Yeah, there's those.
Okay. Kinoktsisikoe sukko mika siam stai sitapiop. Projector and screen. Sagaka.
Good word. Projector or and screen. Projector panel. We'll do this one and then we'll move. Projector, one suggestion, SX2.
Shows the picture. Does it show what a projector is?
Yep. Ha.
A projector takes the pictures and lighting. Is that right?
I think of something taking a picture as a camera. So if you relate projector to camera, do they do the same function? Those are the conversations we need to have when we're developing these new words. So relying on the panel to lead on that.
SX2 is AISAIKSISTTO.
Okay, Monica,
Oh,
and then
Okay.
Mary Ruth.
I wanted to know how would you say air fryer? That's the newest. Air fryer.
Air fryer. Air fryer.
Air fryer.
I wonder if they keep this on or. Air fryer and microwave, I think they're along the same line in our way. So I mean, sometimes we can't actually stop pescanyosi. We just have to have the general idea, like an air fryer manato tsipuke, and it works like a microwave. So okay.
But you know, gatsidanisti Harriet, amux air fryers, matutastaka siya, utsoch beshkitanya immistsi.
Then they're no good. So actually,
There's no taste to them. But you get the idea what iksuganstumaina Harriet. You can't really pinpoint it, and if we want to pinpoint the exact meaning, we need to have discussions around it. Okay. Katie, then Mary Ruth.
Zoom meeting.
What's that?
Zoom meeting.
Uh-oh. Now we're getting really technical. Zoom. Matchtoch kanoch pinna, matchtep yoch kanoch pinna. And then is to no kanistuman.
esinaki istepi sinaki hukano.
Istepi sinak yoch kano.
Or we could say esinak hukano. Because we're trying to make it as usable. Kamo mai istapo I kanisto ki. Then people give up trying to say the word. So like ite esinao ki tohkano. Okay. Ki kanani sisak.
This one here is going to stand in there.
Ihtesex tohkano. Okay.
Stesex tochkana.
Yeah, because it's a picture and ohkano. Han.
Okay, Leo and JC, wait, we got to spell these, then we'll go to Mary Ruth.
Esinak yuhkanop. AISINAH. No, NAKIOHKANAO glottal stop P.
Okay. Was there another word that we were? One we're going to go back to us. Did we have a translation for screen? Like these two screens, not Aitsi'poyiiksi. What would be the word for screen as opposed to projector? Kita.
Rain.
Okay, I'm getting a little confused. Okay, but no, I want to finish screen up. Sorry, we need to finish screen. Is that a translation for screen? Or projector? Is that okay? Is it working?
Aitsi'poyiiksi.
Sagatsistan is doing.
Aitsi'poyiiksi.
Aitsi'poyiiksi. Screen?
Projector.
Or projector?
Yeah, projector.
Okay. You got that? One of those?
Aitsi'poyiiksi.
Aitsi'poyiiksi, the way I've got it is AYIISTAP SINAAKI.
Hutan sinä istap sinäkin sodomukseksi Simpsons Sears and Eaton's catalogs. Kyllä mä istap sinäks vaan.
Niksi, no kattaa johonkin tänne stuumiamuksi äsäksi. Siksi
Okay. Esinäkjuhpi.
movie.
You got a spelling for esinäkjuhpi.
Are my two favorite people doing that?
What about?
But you know, I think one thing we have to come decide is coming up with one way, hey, for all of the tribes of Aitsi'poyiiksi. We can't say, well, and you know, if we're going to come up with something that we can all use, it should be the same.
And that's what my thoughts are, Leo, is to get as many interpretations as we can and maybe bring it back at the October. I think we need to start a process. You're right. We need to come to some agreement as to which words to use so we all know what we're talking about. And a suggestion has been put forward. We need to start looking at the different but still similar interpretations between the four tribes. Okay. Mary Ruth, sorry. I'm very sorry.
She's still on projector.
Okay.
Istokam sina. You know, when they're talking, then they show the picture right on the wall and the words. Istokam sina.
Istokam sinä kiop. Okay, what was Istokam sinä kiop? Do you have a spelling for that?
Istokam sinakio. IHTAOKAMSINAKIO glottal stop P.
Okay. Next.
Arnold, not to get back, if it's cheap boy. I want to start cheap boy up. He got me up spin, steep speakers. He debies, you know, see. That's the interruption. The microphone. We hold it under these speakers. The microphone screen.
Thank you. Okay, Lenora.
Projector. Projector.
Ogeriska projector nuhde puis binan. Dagan nistana dagan stan stopinan. Ita popitsahtau.
Itapupitsahtau. Annachtiks.
Say it again.
Ita popitsahtau.
Itapupitsahtau.
Again.
Okay.
Keka kesksupeab on just for no sabi.
Aitsi'poyiiksi is ITAPOPITSAAHTOWA.
Okay. Are we done with that one? Can I take this one? Delia?
Umiksukapi taputsipahta. But I would almost say that would be for screen or itsisahta for a screen.
Itisahtau. Okay, I'll get to you. We just need to spell Aitsi'poyiiksi.
Itzisachta, I would spell it the way it's on the screen, Numi, that ITSISAAHTAWA.
Okay, good. We got that. Denise? Pat?
Okay, want to find out the word for wall.
Wall?
WALL, because we need a wall to attach the screen to.
Okay. Wall? Wall. Does anybody have a word for wall panel? Wall. The wall on here. Sag understand the stove. Harriet's going to have a few words.
Okay. Uhkasksorkuisopuarti satu pa wall. Kiagitska takiopamukiskuhtik maatitipstopo pa napiuji. Niituji itepstopo poki kaarsununix kikistununix akutitipuja akaniawamuju takuhti. But it's ekapuksini miswatanistabanyupi. But I think this the universal should be amui o takuhti because ane muhniti po asnyane nitio. Because just like I explained earlier, mati musnito yist kamati matawanyu exa wall akanya moyamuyo takuhti when they refer to the wall. So then that'll be universal because it's a question that comes up every time, a wall. And I think, I don't know, kamusta when you
Monica?
Pisto takuhti.
So, okay, the suggestion from the panel is pisto takuhsin.
Pisto takuhsi.
Okay, I'll let you.
Pisto takuhti. Pisto.
Pisto takuhsin. Okay, Monica, and there's another suggestion.
Nipui kapuksin niman.
Say it again.
Nipui kapuksin niman.
Test.
Mini puka. Geez. Panel, can you take over? You guys are saying it right. I'm not saying it.
Ipui kapuksini. Is that what you're saying? Ipui kapuksini. That's what.
Standing floor. That would be my translation. Okay, we got Denise and then Rita.
Okay. Saaskay nokits my grandparents are state the liner paniktatsis. That's the liner inside the teepee. And then it was the matsuke.
Okay. All right.
I think that's that word has been used continuously. But I know that word. So I think that's the correct word. We don't have to invent a new word for that. The TP lining.
Okay, how do we spell it so we all know?
Paniktan is PANIKAHTAAN.
Okay. Denise? Oh, we got the spelling? Sorry. Okay. Denise? I think that's the one.
Okay. So sigo kanisi tak an hamaski state po yo bis mani po sinya. Nikiskuhtsika samika kanisipoyo bisipoyo kibada pisno ni mini sipos ni ania akutotista pisip. An siis kois amus mani boxis na bi quax manistanch katu pia kistonno na maybe if I speak English. I think we can't go back to those days of how we spoke our language. These new words, English words that we use or that are available to us, I think a lot of them we just describe what they do. So you can't really go back to. So okay, so what I'm trying to say, we describe like what we've been doing now for these last words. So for wall, I'm just going back to my dad was a carpenter. And when he was working, he would call a wall, amo ishtapitsikeipi.
Ishtapitsikeipi.
Minapio isamia ishtapitsikeipi. This is what my dad would refer to it, the wall. Ishtapitsikeipi. When he's putting up the wall, ishtapitsikeipi. And I would spell it as IHTAPIT, glottal stop, SIKAIPI.
Ishtapitsikeipi. You got that?
Testing. Okay, amokse these women, awania. How would you say Blackfoot? Mindful. There's 3 words they would like translated. First, mindfulness. Second, ribbon. Last word is animation.
Okay, panel, and anybody else who can help from the audience. Mindfulness. Mindfulness. This is a suggestion from the floor. Okakyu satup. Okakyu satup is mindfulness. Come on, panel. You got to pull your socks up. There's people in the audience beating us. Mindfulness. Okay, the next word was ribbon. Ribbon. Panel, ribbon.
Here I go again with this old Indian stuff. Nog een historiochtip, Aitsi'poyiiksi. When I was, and then there again, going back to my old grandma who didn't speak English, Akritsapi ribbinaisukani Aitsi'poyiiksi, because that's how it was used at that time.
Okay, so the suggestion for ribbon is Aitsi'poyiiksi.
And then to start these ribbon skirts, Aitsi'poyiiksi. Aitsi'poyiiksi.
Okay. Ankitanish. Okay, we'll wait for the spelling.
Aitsi'poyiiksi. IHTAIPI glottal stop KAHKANAKIO glottal stop P.
Okay, thank you. And what was the other one? Mindfulness, ribbon, and animation. Animation. Panel, can we explain animation first?
Animation, I feel like, is kind of like cartoons when you put life to something like Mickey Mouse. Aitsi'poyiiksi, you know. I think is that something like animation?
Okay, say it again, Harriet.
No, I was thinking when something that doesn't talk, but we make it talk. Like I was thinking about Mickey Mouse, Aitsi'poyiiksi, but in the cartoons they get him to talk. So I don't know how to say it in Blackfoot.
Is that a word? Do you have a word for animation?
They do.
And then we'll go back. We need to do finish animation, and then I'll go to you.
Aitsi'poyiiksi.
Animation at Aitsi'poyiiksi. Very good. That was the comment from the panel of experts here. Okay, Lenora. Oh, wait, we didn't spell it. Sorry. I got to understood. Aitsi'poyiiksi. We need a spelling for that.
Okay.
There's no H up there. Aitsi'poyiiksi.
Aitsi'poyiiksi.
So get rid of that H, and I think the rest is all right.
Okay, is that it for animation? Lenora?
Okay, he's going to speak with mindfulness.
Oh, okay. Going back to mindfulness?
Nog aan de sknip is mindfulness is Aitsi'poyiiksi.
Aitsi'poyiiksi. Okay, that's another suggestion. Aitsi'poyiiksi for mindfulness. If we could get a spelling for that.
AITSKITSIIHTA.
Okay.
Some of these words, when they refer to somebody in particular, like Aitsi'poyiiksi na Connie Aitsi'poyiiksi, then you add a W at the WA at the end.
Okay. Okay, any more suggestions? We're getting to the end of our session. I do have a few words that I would like to speak to on this very topic. We'll take Ritzi. MC, Master of Ceremonies. Esesto. Aitsi'poyiiksi. Ako, kistos, Harriet.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. The MC, Aitsi'poyiiksi, kenhuna Arnold Aitsi'poyiiksi. He's leading us on.
Kaka eksistaapu.
Na Arnold Aitsi'poyiiksi.
Aitsi'poyiiksi. Okay, any other words before we close it down? I just want to have a bit of a discussion. It was a very, and I've been thinking about this in our past symposiums, this whole discussion as if there is a correct way. And it's been brought to us, there's at least four different, what you might call dialects to Blackfoot. Skapi pikanyo. Apatsipikani, Sixika, Kikana. Kamukane soy, Nitai, Akutanistorki, Inakoki Tanistop, Mokisiti Borsin, Kino Kartestapi Totsiop. Matan Stapa Piwa Mok, French and English. Otestapi Tots, Pumokakita, Imakutsitapio, Kimimata Ixika Yochtsipa. We have to respect what other people's way of doing things. Is there a correct way? I think a very interesting panel discussion for the next symposium in October would be to start discussing how we can pull all of this together and get something very concrete from these symposiums. Like I know we're starting to revisit computer, microwave. I know those have come up. So we got to start cataloging them as in a Blackfoot dictionary that you might call it that. So I think that'll be a very interesting discussion that we can have. I think, again, we need to respect how we've spoken the language in our own communities for the last centuries. So, and I personally don't believe there's a right way. As long as we get na Harriet iksukan stumay mara khutsitapit stanyo pa mi mani po sini ka actually nakita po tapitanyo panya dakaman stokot tanistup. Harriet.
I just wanted to share this with you. It was a thought. Aitsi'poyiiksi Committee. I always think back to my grandmother Namikakiwa Matayapi Puyuatik, and today Puyu a dish rag. Mata kaniuatik siku sanepisti. She just said ihtesapist stakyo, and just how she used it. Kistununa, we're trying to minapi poasni, kiminititapi poasni, and then then I think we kind of revert back to what it's used for. I think if we think of what its use is, then we can because that's a word I always think about. And that's the dish rag. And then the other word that I just want to quickly share with you was the bicycle. Namisikua soniska istawatsiu. Uto tuinan sini his kyosika iaktua. Nakisuka sa kita ni kiamakan doko kinakais kawas ta maksinakais kani. Kina my sister Alvina tanisira. Oh yeah, ma inakais kawatsix. She thought he bought a car. Itanisira kaka sama matapuin puina maksinakais kani nixiska ihpawaksikapik sopi. And that was a bicycle.
Okay, again, back to the Blackfoot humor. We always have to remember that we need to laugh. Okay, Agnes.
Annikskaki akitapiikskai savatsita passia. Tistitamatapa aktu sinani kemohkaki niitsipuaksini. Translating. Ania minanista aktuukaki word for word to try and translate it into Blackfoot. Anin kistunnuna ni Aitsi'poyiiksi anya kiakanista aktupuavaki. Amo, if you translate it word for word from English, mata tapuhtaku or mata sukuhtaku. Han.
Good words to remember as we move along. I've got one more word that we need. We had on the list. I'll get to you guys that have your hands raised. Staff, just take note of who had skateboard. Skateboard. Panel. Skateboard.
Ista penakasuna.
One suggestion is that Benaka soap.
Aitsi'poyiiksi tenaka soap. Now we need to make it shorter. No, we need to make it better. Omatopatski.
Omatopatski is another word for skateboard. Could we get spellings for that?
Omatopatskip is AOMATOHPATTSKI glottal P.
Okay, we got that. All right. Two last ones. I'm going to take two. All right. This one first.
Okay. The skateboard na.
Oh, she had hers? Okay. Who's next, staff? Okay, right there, Rita.
I think I'm kind of breaking the rules here already, but just toxic nakas.
Baksik toksiksi nakasi is another word for skateboard. We'll take everything is valid. I mean, member Aitsi'poyiiksi. If we have the time, Aitsi'poyiiksi, what might fit best. Dolly had that, then I'll move to that. Oh, okay. Starly?
Okay, so
Okay.
one of the words that wanted to try, well, collectively, us with the opioid response, Sage Clan is a new word that's more respectful, a Blackfoot word for those who are facing homelessness and addiction. So rather than the English terms, like when we refer to users, homeless, addicted. So these presentations even we give, or we meet with them in the community, something we can, in a way to refer to them in our Blackfoot way.
So you're two words, hun. Homeless?
Well, maybe as a collective, just the struggles that they're facing, if it's possible to, like with a Blackfoot word to refer to them. Maybe this is not something you can come up with today, but to take away. And then in October, yeah.
Starly, not everybody is aware of your role in the community. Briefly explain it and where the request is coming from. It's a very good one.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm Starly Braverock with Opioid Response Office. So I work with Elena Dorr. She's our Opioid Response Coordinator. So we do regarding opioids, methamphetamine, and alcohol. So we do prevention and awareness. So we did the basketball tournament in Standoff, if anybody's familiar with that. I've been heavily involved on social media. We work with youth. We have a recovery support group coming up in July. So with social development. So we're out in the community a lot. Like this afternoon, we're giving a presentation to our prenatal classes in Standoff. So talking to the women who are expecting babies, right? So they need that form of harm reduction. So just being out there, we thought it would just be a better way in our Blackfoot words and trying to use it as much as we can in our presentations. So yeah, that's who I am. And
Okay. So panel, did you get what Starly is requesting?
Can I bring up that story?
Yes, Starly.
Okay.
Starly.
Just a little story that my dad had, Mark Braverock had mentioned was by the late Ed Heavyshields, but he can explain it better than I can. Just kind of an example of a Blackfoot word.
Hoki, stuaik anioka ainchki, Mark Braverock. A while back, I spent a lot of time with the elders here in Lethbridge, the ones that would congregate at the Park Place Mall. They're all gone. Ed Heavyshields is one of them, and he told me a story back when they used to the people that came into Lethbridge. That was in the card-carrying days. You had the card-carrying days, and there was a curfew. And that they had to, at that curfew, they had to go to a certain area and sleep here in Lethbridge. I need that up squire. If they were caught elsewhere, they were arrested. And so, ano yung Aitsi'poyiiksi, and it's just a flat piece of an area on the north side, across from the tracks. That's apparently was in that area. And it's surprising, it's close to the shelter right now. It is. And the word he told me was, and I don't understand, I've never heard, but he said he wasn't sure the name he gave him. And this is just what I'm saying, you know, the descriptive language we have. And he said, Namupisiks. And to this day, I don't know what that means. Namupisiks, B, I just see here B in it. But that's what I'm saying, something more respectable to give, to respect our people, that even in translation, they won't look down on themselves of where they're at in this path of their life. Okay, so that's the importance of the word. Hey.
Kita okana just Aitsi'poyiiksi manstapoka manishpi muksi. Awani Aitsi'poyiiksi amoksnikske osuksistaki to essimiksi okionks matohkupiiksi. Amuskistunnun niitenskatpiau madohaik suktakoista. Anni essinim hkiau. Anni mishkitanistape. So they want something more respectful. Okay. Somebody is waving frantically. I better.
Okay.
Okay.
Kamo Indian Battle Park. What did you stop you? Sitsiniku, Anyang si Tashop, Itakisapopix, all am out that boat to my Mochtokuis. Unsi McGavin's can Safeway. Can you get suppose I was to it as in a boy? Can you stand there? Namo Pissi.
Namo Pissi.
That's what I was talking.
So copy. Okay, I just want to get a spelling of this word. Namo Pissi.
Namupisi, Namopissi.
There's no N? Was there an N sound at the end? Or no? Okay. All right. I've got a hand that's been raised up here, then I'll move to this table.
Nikaidapsistic speaking. No, Taksi kohkitu tänna seikkimenskiä kiva knas pomukitsta kiva utanihpia. I'm going to speak in English for some of you that don't understand the Blackfoot language right yet. Just going back to their comment on the Blackfoot language, it's very descriptive. You cannot translate it, a Blackfoot word to English or an English word to Blackfoot. You have to interpret it. So there's a difference between translate and interpret. Somebody already mentioned that you can't take an English word and try and say it in Blackfoot. You almost have to describe the intent or the meaning, and that's interpreting. So one English word, when you try to say, describe it or interpret it, you may come up with a statement or two Blackfoot words or more. And I think we need to keep that in mind because it's not a language you can translate. You interpret it. For example, when you interpret it, you almost go back to our way of life, which is our culture, our values, our beliefs, our protocols, and those traditions. Because when you're teaching, at least for me, when I'm teaching a Blackfoot word to little people, young kids, I almost have to tell a story about one Blackfoot word, and that story will bring in a lot of our way of life. I'll describe to them, I'll tell them a little story, then they get it. So it's not like just saying a word and trying to translate it. I just wanted to add that comment to what Harriet and Agnes said. But when we're talking about this one, again, you go back to our describing for us, for a long time, The homeless, we've referred to them as aniksi Kim. What did we say? Anyways, we said aniksi kimmatapsiiksi. What she's saying, we're putting them down. But in our language, they need compassion and empathy. So you can't put homeless and addicted together in one Blackfoot word. They're separate. So I know we don't like to use even the English word addicted. We use substance use. We don't like to, in the English word, label someone and say you're an addict. We say substance use. So going to those words, even in our language, when we pray for the people in that situation, we will refer to them as "Okyumiksi Aitsi'poyiiksi." Akoksekki nohkuuni ma utista piits jaksekkina issaki simia nisko tätä pistapiks pia. Ketotista piits simia ni päätä piisin. So just saying all that in a prayer, we're not putting them down. So I just thought I would just say, comment on that.
Okay, thank you, Dolly. So you're getting the impression that a lot of this deserves good discussion if we're going to move forward. I don't think there's any hard and fast rules because as Dolly was speaking, okay, a simple question. What time is it? Okay, isn't that almost a direct translation, but we get the very crux, if I can use a English word that we're not too used to. So all I'm saying is that it deserves a lot of discussion. I don't think there's one right way because we do have to do translation as well as interpretation. We don't have to start interpreting red. We can just interpret it, translate it as moksinatsi. We don't have to start thinking, siksinatsi. We don't have to interpret those. So there's a difference between interpreting and translation imanu, but that isn't a rule for everything. Hey, there's some more simple things that we can utilize. Han. Okay. I think we're at the end of our, I've gone way over it. We'll take a 15-minute break and we'll come back to our last session. I would like to ask Leroy, Martin, and Oliver to ready themselves. You will be taking us through the Blackfoot humor, and Floyd Bighead will take over MC duties from here. Thank you very much. It's been very helpful, very entertaining, and I've enjoyed it. Some good points were brought out. Yeah. Thank you.